Meanwhile, there is a bill in the lower house that seeks the relocation of residents near active volcanoes to permanent resettlement areas. The bill was filed by Bicol Party List Congressman Rodel Batucabe. More from Freddie Abando.
Rested for almost 2 months, Mayon volcano appears to be in peace, no measure of rumblings which triggered fears of a major eruption. Because of this, PVOX issued an advisory for evacuees living within the 7 to 8 kilometer extended danger zone to return home. Those living within the 6 kilometer danger zone will continue to seek refuge in relief centers provided for by the provincial government. Today, the Philippine Army's 901 Brigade bared 573 families or 2,311 persons were transported back to their homes with the help of the local government units. In the meantime, Bicol Party List Congressman Rodel Batucabe is pushing a bill for a national policy to build permanent resettlement areas for residents in the areas of active volcanoes. Batucabe said moving and returning residents in these active volcanoes in times of threats of eruptions creates all sorts of problems.
It should be a national policy. We should adopt a policy. But according to PVOX, the danger zone depends on the volcano, on the strength of the volcano. So it doesn't necessarily mean, let's say, Taal will also have a 6-kilometer danger zone. So it will be, it will depend on the volcano, the danger zone. So it will also be dependent on PVOX determination kung ano ang permanent danger zone. So, but I do think that we should have that kind of law or legislation that will spell our policies regarding these permanent danger zones within our volcanoes.
Batucabe said permanent resettlements will relocate residents of danger areas from towns close to the active volcanoes. At the same time, it will not displace areas where current victims are housed, provided with food and health care. Among the volcanoes that are active are Mayon, Taal, Bulusan in Sorsogon, Mount Apo in Davao, Canlaon in Negros, and Hibok-Hibok in Camiguin.
What's happening now? We evacuated residents. And as a matter of fact, the provincial government of Albay went even further. They evacuated even those residents that are not within the permanent danger zone, just to show that, you know, we want to prove that we will have zero casualty. So those people who are not even living within the permanent danger zones were also evacuated. So this contributed to the congestion of our evacuation center. Secondly, the paradigm now is to conveniently identify schools, our classrooms, as evacuation centers. So every time there's a calamity or disasters, so we always put the victims in our schools.
For the People's Television Network, this is Freddie Abando reporting.